Welcome to the Pink Milk Show. Your characters are Tommy and Brian and Michael and Jack. The winner gets a surprise.
Hello there, and welcome to Pink Milk, your Star Wars podcast for us superfans
and those of us who are forced to listen to them.
In today's episode, we continue down the road to the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
In Darth Maul's final arc.
Final arc.
And boy, is it electrifying.
Electrifying.
Get ready, because it's time to drink up.
Drink up.
Hello, Pop Pop.
Hello, Pop Pop.
How are you, sir?
I am better than I deserve.
Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome. My name's Tom.
It is Tom. I am Brian. We have not been introducing ourselves.
We've been secret agents.
That's right.
Pink Milk secret agents.
For the past 17 episodes, I've hidden my voice behind a nasally, super gay sounding guy. But here it is. I'm Brian. This is what I really sound like.
Nice to meet you, Brian.
So,
wish I'd known that 13 years ago.
So earlier this week, one of our new fans in Australia, they're in the Outback, who has a great podcast. It's true, all of it. They're fantastic. They were very nice, gave us a little shout out. And all of a sudden, I don't know where they came from. I don't know anything about wrestling. But there was a lot of wrestling memes going on my Twitter feed. That's about as straight as I can get.
Yep.
And speaking of straight, I've been doing a little rework in here in the studio. How does it feeling, Tom?
Well, I'm glad you cleaned it up.
Okay. I am a very neat person, not at all a pig, so I'm not sure what you're expecting people to see.
You just have a lot of stuff.
I have a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Okay.
Except for this section over here.
Well, that's because...
But it looks good to answer your question.
Oh, thank you. And those
You're
pictures are going to be hung up. Soon we're going to have some Pink Milk advertisements going on. It's going to feel like a real studio. Maybe that's where this voice came from. I don't know, guys. This might be my new radio voice. What do you think? Shock Jock Brian here, ready to rip them on open here on Pink Milk. Star Wars is about to get real.
No ripping.
No. We live with 3 young boys. There's lots of ripping and not the fun kind.
Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. What are we doing today?
Someday fun day to you, Thomas.
Yes, someday fun day.
Well, Tom.
Yes.
We are talking the road back to Clone Wars. We got a little bit of news to take care of. Before that, I realized in text messaging a few of my buddies, I've got some issues that I think I still need to let go and release into the world. Hopefully in a, even though I'm not happy, still sound positive. But I've got some more stuff to unleash, and I might read a few of my tweets, and I will have appropriate bleeps because the dark side was feeling real, and I dropped some F-bombs.
Oh?
Yeah.
Is it going to be a rant?
No, I got the rant out in the text, so
All
here
right, good.
It should be pretty quick.
Good.
Though I heard good things from my rant last week.
Okay.
So you were bored out of your mind during that, but
I wouldn't say that
our dear
out
listeners
loud.
seem to like it. It's a highly listened to episode.
Excellent.
Anyways, how's your week been, Thomas? Anything new?
It has been extremely busy. I've been very busy. Strong start in the real estate community for 2020. So all is good.
His Fitbit's been going real wild.
Yeah.
He's been close to 20,000 steps a day.
No, I have not.
That's how he stays so thin and sexy.
Good answer.
It's a true answer.
I believe it too.
Woo!
Wah, wah, wah.
So we have been very busy this week. Work for myself for the last few weeks has been nutso, but all good. Everything's good. We
You feeling better?
I gotta say, hopefully I sound a little better. Do I sound good to you?
You always sound good.
Do I sound incredibly handsome?
You always sound incredibly handsome.
Are you sure you want to talk like this?
Yeah, I'm absolutely sure. wait, I can't see those cue cards again? Yeah, I'm absolutely sure.
No, I am feeling much better. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Still have that cough that you gave me. Again, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Mine
Yeah.
seems to be going away.
Your son seems to have it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one who gave it to
The
me.
green
though.
boogies coming out the nose. Real attractive.
Yeah, it's fun, especially when they're 5 and don't care.
Yeah.
That's what a tongue's for.
They
just
dry all over the face and
Yeah.
it just looks like a bunch of white.
Yeah, and
greenish
as
powder.
As it's coming, they're like Jabba the Hutt. He just licks it off. It's like, the part where
I do.
He's-
I do.
the green slime. He just is like, well, I was ready for a snack anyways.
All right. All right.
Real cute.
All right. So what's on the docket?
Well, Tom, this week we just finished because we have been busy, so we watched them this morning on Sunday.
We like to be fresh.
Fresh
Off
cuts,
the...
fresh dudes.
Hey, did we... Where's my book?
Oh, so in my remodel, I did come across 2 other books. We
Star
have
Wars, the Clone Wars Character Encyclopedia.
Yes,
I love it.
There's a few others up there. There's a Star Wars Clone Wars visual dictionary.
Which is probably better for me.
Yes. And he's knocking something over.
Yep.
And a Star Wars encyclopedia.
I like it.
Yes.
Can I move the porg?
Your makeout, buddy?
Yes.
So, but there was some leaks this week, Thomas. You just watched that. So I think we've talked about it on this podcast, but around 2005-ish, I want to say it was.
You didn't get this from your grandmother, did you?
No, I got it from a yard sale. So it came from somebody's grandma.
It
50 cents, folks. 50 cents.
Hugga Buggas. And then it says, love you, Grandma. So I just know this is not... Because your grandma wouldn't even know what Star Wars is.
Or I wasn't allowed to call her grandma either. It was grandmother.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think I would ever get a Hugga Bugga because, I love my grandmother, but she's kind of a prim and proper gal. And it was more grandmother and Brian and you're my grandson. There wasn't a lot of warm and fuzzies with my grandmother. Love you dearly. But
Nicest girl in the room.
Just wasn't. So
I look
anyways,
forward to meeting her. Of course, it's been 13 years that we've been together, so I think the chances aren't pretty good.
Probably not. So there were some leaks. I want to say it was 2005-ish. George Lucas announced that he was working on a television series. He wanted to bring Star Wars to TV long before Disney Plus, long before The Mandalorian. George Lucas wanted to release, at that time, it was known as Star Wars Underworld. There was going to be a video game tied into it called 1313. That game was never released, but it was going to be a series that focused on the bounty hunters and crime syndicates of the underbelly of Coruscant. And this week, some test footage from 2005, came out. So we saw about 10 minutes of that test footage. What did you think, Thomas?
At first glance, I thought it looked like a Batman movie or something.
Okay.
It was very
You
dark.
did? Mhm.
Yeah, I did. Kind of fluorescent lights in a way.
Runner-y?
Very what?
Blade Runner-y a little bit.
Yeah. Sounds good. But that's what I thought.
So I don't think any of those were the actors. I think it was just, I don't even think that was a script. I think it was just, we're practicing because at the time, George Lucas had 50 scripts, about 44-minute episodes. So 50 hours of Star Wars written, but he couldn't afford to produce it. There was a quote at the time that movies at that time cost about $250 million to make.
Ooh.
And he needed to figure out, because George Lucas didn't sacrifice quality, needed to make a television show that looked like the films that normally cost $250 million, and he needed to figure out how to make them for $50 million. And that was his goal, so he's trying to figure out how to do it, and it just never happened, and then he ended up selling because he couldn't get it, because George Lucas paid for things himself.
So he ended up selling to Disney at that point in time.
Yes.
Is that when it happened? Okay.
But yeah, it was 2012 when he announced that he had sold it to Disney. So I don't know when the talks were coming before that. Tom's raised his mic. He looks like a porg calling, or he is praying to the baby Jesus that this episode hurries up.
No, I was praying to the the microphone. I wanted it directly above me.
Okay.
I thought maybe I'd just look up in the air and talk. But
He has been drinking a lot of tea. Maybe he's thinking about tea bags. We've been watching lots of Sex in the City too, and Harry Goldenblatt kept leaving tea bags all over Charlotte's apartment. Do you remember that?
No, because every night it puts me to sleep.
Yeah. It's not usually the kind of tea bags that Samantha Jones thinks about.
So how's your coffee?
My coffee is great. So anyways,
Yes.
he couldn't figure out how to get the episodes to cost effective. Allegedly, some of those scripts went into what is now known as The Mandalorian. The Han Solo series movie were based on ideas from these 50 scripts. So was Rogue One. So those were the kinds of things that the show's going to talk about. But I remember when we first started Mandalorian, I think you changed your tune as the show went on, but you thought it felt small at the beginning, if I remember correctly.
I did?
Yes.
What episode was that?
You said it felt low budget and not big
Well,
enough.
yeah, sometimes it was so clear that you could tell how cheesy some of the stuff going on around it was. Some of the set. Yeah, no, I did. I still liked, overall, it was fantastic.
I mean, I think their hope was that it was going to feel more intimate, similar to A New Hope, and it was just very character focused.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, with this leaked footage, you saw that George Lucas stopped thinking small, and it looked very big. Like it was on Coruscant. There's tons of buildings, and we haven't seen anything that even attempted to go that big on The Mandalorian.
It didn't look very Star Wars, though.
Yes, it did look like Coruscant.
Mm.
It looked exactly like Coruscant.
Really?
Yeah. We'll have to watch parts of Attack of the Clones again, because that's when you see it a lot.
Huh.
That's when you see in the movies when they go to the underbelly of Coruscant. That's exactly. It was awesome, and it was cool seeing what looked like the prequels, but with at that time modern time stormtroopers. It was neat.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved the Mandalorian, and I liked the look of it, and I liked how small. I liked how intimate it was. It was cool, but I'm not gonna lie, seeing that footage did make me miss George Lucas a little bit and how big his scope is. And I'm hoping maybe the Mandalorian's eventually going to get there and feel that big.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
The Mandalorian, the show, keeps jumping around from planet to planet to planet, so everything seems different each time.
Yeah. I want to see a big city planet like that, though.
Well, it's probably coming. If they
hope
give us
so.
more than 8 episodes.
Yeah, we'll see. I doubt it.
That's silly.
I wonder.
They're going to lose interest. People will
there's-
lose interest. I will. 8 episodes? And then make me wait a whole
Well,
year
they
again?
are now rumorville that the Obi-Wan series
Uh-huh.
is being taken down to 4 episodes. So here's the deal. I said
Maybe
this
it'll
last
come out
week.
twice a year. That could be different.
Maybe. Or, well, there's only so much time they can cover in the Obi-Wan series.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not, they jumped it up to like 8 years before A New Hope. So there's really not that much they can do.
Okay.
If it's 4 episodes, I hope they're like hour-long episodes. Like, don't waste my time.
Okay.
Don't waste my time with 30-minute episodes when there's 4.
Do you think you just won't watch then? Because you're considering it a waste of time?
No, just give me a movie. Give me a Disney Plus movie and make it 2 hours. Like,
That's a good idea.
like that. So I don't know. They haven't announced anything.
A mini-series.
It's just rumors that it's 4 episodes. We don't really know because last week, which I think we talked about on the podcast, that it was maybe going to be canceled and all this stuff. And they're like, no. They said it wasn't. They're reworking a couple of the scripts. Who knows? No one knows anything until I see it on StarWars.com. I won't really believe it. I like hearing all the stuff. It's interesting. But I don't know how many episodes Clone Wars is. I don't know if it's been announced. But
Clone
Obi-Wan,
Wars is going to purely be a wrap up, though, right?
it's just one season.
Okay, that's too bad.
Yeah. Well, hopefully what I want to have happen is that Clone Wars does very, very, very well, which I do think it will do really well. I think there's a hunger for Star Wars. I think The Mandalorian was very popular. Unfortunately, The Rise of Skywalker was very divisive.
Mm-hmm.
It was not love. It was the last two the last three movies released. Well, no one saw Solo. The people that, thanks for Robin. The Solo, I feel like it's more liked, just no one went and saw it. Didn't make any money. But The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker were both very divisive movies. The fan base is fractured. It's just a bummer. Mandalorian brought it together, and then I feel like The Rise of Skywalker ripped it apart again. It's just unfortunate, and I think there's
why the Rise of Skywalker was good.
Maybe
It was good.
Maybe I need to see it again. I still have only seen it
Because you've only seen it
times.
3 times. I've seen it once, and I can say
all
it's
the
good.
first weekend, and I want to see it again before it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know. I'm starting now that
The good news is
which is
it's
the
going to
rant.
be in DVD before you know it.
Yeah. But I'm hoping that their Clone Wars will bring everything back. People love Clone Wars. Clone Wars has a massive following. It has massive devotees like myself.
Having you have me watch it
Yeah.
this last little bit, I mean, I can see why it's actually extremely well done.
It's so, oh God, I
Yeah.
love it. And next week we're going to be discussing probably I think we're going to go into Clone Wars. There's 3 episodes, which are these 3 episodes are my favorite part of any Star Wars of all time. Like the movies, everything. They're it's everything.
Are they the last 3 episodes?
Yes. But now
Shouldn't we
that's
watch a little bit more than that?
that's season 5.
Uh-huh.
And then when it got canceled, so that was all that aired. And then at that time, then it went to Netflix, and Netflix had, I think it's 8 episodes, and they called them the Lost Transmissions, that they were never aired. So they actually premiered originally on Netflix, which is where Clone Wars got all of its momentum.
Mm-hmm.
But now on Disney Plus, they call it season 6, and then season 7's coming. So it's not the end of Clone Wars, I guess, but it was the end of the original air dates.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think we're going to end it because I want to go back to Rebels, which is a different series, but I think it's going to play into what happens in Clone Wars. So I want to give you the picture that's like the sandwich that this next season of Clone Wars is going to sit in.
Okay.
So that's my plan, and then we'll go back to Clone Wars.
Okay.
So, but what I'm hoping is that Clone Wars does really, really well. It's very successful. I hope that we get our spin-off series of Rebels, but you never saw Rebels, really, right?
No.
I mean, it ended.
I saw
right-
bits and pieces with it.
It ended right. The last episode was right after Return of the Jedi. And I'm hoping that there's a series that we follow with Ahsoka. But the other thing that I want, if Clone Wars does well, because Clone Wars really did help the prequels,
Mm-hmm.
if it does well, I'm hoping and I'm willing it to the universe. I'm using The Secret to line my car parks and hope that there is an animated series
Okay.
that bridges the gap between Return of the Jedi and Episode 7. Because the longer I'm away from Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker,
Okay.
the quicker it's fading my memory. Not a good sign.
What do you mean? She's a Palpatine. How could you forget that?
Well, don't forget.
Ben's dead.
She is not
Leia's
really,
dead.
she was born a Palpatine, but she has chosen to be a Skywalker. We of all people should understand that the chosen name is far more important than the name that you were born into.
I got that, but the premise of the whole movie is she's a Palpatine.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere. Yes, there was some
And at the speaking of coming out of nowhere, I will be a Skywalker. Last 30 seconds of the movie.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'm just saying, she's a Palpatine.
When Luke Skywalker was mean to her the entire time, I liked all that. I'm not going down that road. I actually liked the way Luke was portrayed. He just needed to get back to the Luke we knew.
I don't know that he ever
like,
got there.
Hardly, and he didn't at all.
No.
He had like no interaction. She had like hardly any interaction with Leia. That was this idea when Carrie Fisher was alive. Unfortunately, she was no longer living. They used what they could use. And instead of giving her a relationship with Luke Skywalker, they just kept this thing. Well, it was supposed to be Leia's movie. Well, you know what? She died. Sorry. She was a drug addict. And,
wow.
You know, ended her life earlier than it needed to be.
Is that
I
what
love
happened?
You. I love
thought
you,
her
Carrie.
heart gave out.
Yeah, probably from all the drugs and alcohol that she'd done. And she was back into doing drugs. And I love Carrie Fisher, and I understand that it was difficult for her, but that's what happened. Like, and that was harsh, I know, but it's the truth.
Ouch.
I think like I'm really actually very upset the longer I'm away from it that Luke wasn't in that movie, like at all.
Mm-hmm.
It was really dumb.
Well, let's be honest. They portrayed him as a cranky old man. It was completely different than the young man we saw in the movies.
But he had his arc, and he had found it. Yeah, he had found his way back there by the end of The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
He really did. Like, he found himself back there. He's opened up that movie saying, "What did you think was going to happen? I was going to face the entire First Order with my laser sword?" And then that's exactly what he did. It was actually really beautiful. It was really well done.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I guess going into episode 9, I assumed he was going to be training her as a Force ghost, and they would have had time to build this relationship. And then, had they done that, her taking the name Skywalker wouldn't have felt like just a wink to the fans. Like, I guess what episode 9 may have done, and again, I need to watch it again, but I was really liking, and I talked about that a lot on this podcast, that the sequel trilogy up to that point was doing a lot of the characters in the film lived under the legend of what came before it, just like the audience was living under the legend of what came before it. It was really awesome. And they had their opportunity in 9. What I mistakenly was hoping would happen was that those characters would be brought into the legend. And the only person who could have done that anymore was Luke Skywalker. And I was fine if he was a space or a Force ghost the whole time. I was cool with that. Like, I was great. He should have been haunting Kylo Ren. He should have been part of what led Kylo Ren back to the light side. And they didn't do any of it. So the whole movie was yet again them living in the shadow of the legend. And then also the Rise of Skywalker, the longer I'm away from it, started to feel like just nod after nod after nod to the old school fans of, this is what you all wanted. This is what you didn't get. Sorry, I'm JJ, and I didn't really set somebody up for, I don't know. I'm just kind of upset. And I like that Palpatine was back. I know there was clues to Palpatine's coming back. I do think it was one part of the original plan. And I know that's not always the popular thing on the internet, but the way they brought Palpatine back came out of nowhere. Like, it just felt cheap. And to end 40 years on cheap.
Wow.
I'm really just, like, the Emperor is the greatest villain of all time. We just saw how awesome he was in the Clone Wars now, which we'll get to. He's awesome. And
is it the same actor that plays in the Clone Wars?
No other actor. He has come back and re-recorded some of it. So the guy, Sam, he's been played in Clone Wars by a few different people.
Okay.
Ian McDiarmid is the man who plays him in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
He was him, and every time you've seen him, it's been in the films. It's been Ian McDiarmid. He was voiced by Ian McDiarmid, I think he re-recorded parts of Clone Wars. I don't remember. He came into Rebels and voiced him. Tim Curry, who what did we just see him in? Home Alone 2. And he plays the transvestite in Rocky Horror Picture Show. He voiced him. And then
in Home Alone 2, which one was he?
He was the concierge that didn't like the kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Sam Worthington? No, not Sam Worthington. No. Sam Witwer, who voices Maul, also voiced the Emperor in a lot of it. Okay. In some of it. So I think, like, I still stand by, I like all of the movies. I like The Rise of Skywalker. It's a lot of fun. And it made me feel happy. Like, I think The Force Awakens brought the heart back to Star Wars. That there wasn't a lot of heart in the prequels, and that's what people missed, but that was also the point of the prequels. So I loved that there was not the same there. But then The Last Jedi came in, and I really liked the questions that The Last Jedi asked, and the answers it gave, and the food for thought, and I like that it elevated. Without The Last Jedi, the sequel trilogy, and there's lots of The Last Jedi that don't work super well for me, but I think it elevated the sequel trilogy to another level that The Force Awakens and now The Rise of Skywalker weren't able to do. I feel like we peaked at The Last Jedi and then fell back down. And what did I say yesterday?
Is this the tweeting?
Yeah.
Tweeting time?
So, I had responded to this tweet. The more I'm away, the more I realize it was a reboot.
Wow.
And I know the word had been thrown out there from the beginning of a soft reboot. Oh, well, we didn't need a stupid reboot. It's Star Wars. It's not a flash in the pan. This is what's trendy of the decade.
Who said the reboot thing?
It had been just thrown around.
It's not you.
Like, no,
okay.
I said it's a reboot. I said a stupid bleeping reboot. No bleeping child doesn't know who the bleep Luke Skywalker is or Darth Vader. And this trilogy completely ignored Darth Vader. Like, we saw his helmet, and I will finish what you started, grandfather, and then we never saw him again. We heard his voice for a second, but then we found out that voice was really just Palpatine.
That's because he was in The Lion King.
Yeah. Like, there was, I'm just like, everyone knows who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 5-year-old downstairs who would still pick Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader as their favorite characters. And I don't even know if he's ever seen the whole movies. But he's seen enough of them to know how great they are. And I'm like, and right down to, there were 0 aliens that we saw. There was no Twi'leks. There's no Greedos, Rhodians. There's no Nicktoos. No Hammerheads. No Squid Faces. No Jawas in any of these. Nothing. And I felt like Disney's like, I just bought this. I'm the House of the Mouse, and I knew better than this one stupid guy who created everything, who created flipping Legacy. Let's just be honest. It was just as powerful as Disney. And they just disrespected it all along the way. And I guess I was hopeful because I love Star Wars, and I'm not the person who ever walks into something not wanting to like it. I am the person who walks in wanting to love everything. And I stood my ground of, they weren't finished yet. The story was not done. And so I held out hope. And I like so much of what's in all of them. I love all of the new characters. I really, truly love all the characters. I think Kylo Ren is probably single-handedly the most fascinating character out of any of the Star Wars movies. And I don't know where the plan failed, because I still stand by it. They had to have had some plan. They didn't spend $4 billion and then just go, eh. But what they did do was do a soft reboot thinking they knew better. And that they would know what kids wanted more because they're Disney. and the toys aren't selling. The fan base is completely fractured. They didn't know better.
So do you think it's over?
And I'm upset that they... look, Star Wars is I can only imagine it's next to impossible nut to crack. It was run by one person for so long. It can't be an easy thing to do, and I'm upset that they got their feet wet on episodes 7, 8, and 9. I still have hope. The Mandalorian's great. I like all the movies. I do. I just don't think they talk to one another. They have the same characters in them, but that's it. They don't relate to one another. There isn't one big story. I don't even know what the point of the movie is. Like, I don't know what the point of the trilogy was. Anyone can be anything, I guess. But where's the big mythic tale, and what is the point of the saga? What was the saga trying to say? George Lucas answered it in 1-6. And, anyone can be redeemed. And then they kind of redeem somebody again at the very end. But then I don't know. And I'm hoping that I'm hoping I see it again and I watch all 3 of them back to back and it's going to click and I'm going to love it. Because I don't want to be that person at all. But I'm really disappointed. And I really think it's been these rewatches of Clone Wars that has started to really drill in me that they just kind of said we know better. And I'm sorry, Disney, you don't. You haven't earned the right yet. As far as I'm concerned, you know what? I'm sure George Lucas is hard to work with. He's a creative genius. He built everything himself. He's stubborn. I mean, he seems like a cranky pants when he talks. I'm sure. But they should have used him for 7, 8, and 9. Got their feet wet, and then said, okay, now we can do this on our own. We learned. To me. I don't know. Or maybe they shouldn't have started with 7, 8, and 9. But I'm a super fan.
Yes, you are.
What are your thoughts of the sequel trilogy as a whole? And Kylo Ren's your favorite character.
Yeah, he is. I don't know what to say. It's hard to follow that, that's for sure. But I thought it was great. I enjoyed it. Okay. It moved me. I wasn't in the same place I was when I walked in the door, and that's all I really look for sometimes.
The trilogy as a whole, or
no. I'm just talking about the last one. I know you're asking about the whole trilogy, but I always thought it was a little odd that they didn't utilize Luke Skywalker anyway. However, that was the goal. Yeah. They didn't want to. They wanted to create something new. So I don't think it's over, personally. I think that now what's over is all the old characters. It doesn't mean some of the other, I actually think that in a bizarre twist of events, probably Rey is going to turn out to be bad. She's going to run the show. She's going to be. Think? Yeah, she's going to be. She's going to be. I think that could be a creative.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
That could be cool to use.
I don't want any of those other characters. I can't stand Finn. I just have never liked him from the get-go. And whatever the girl he was involved with or getting involved with, she can't hold a movie.
Oh, Jana or Rose?
Rose. I don't think those two could hold a movie. So I think we need new people, fresh blood. But
Daisy
Ridley. Yeah, she needs to get older. So
I do think we'll get 10, 11, 12 someday. We need a break. We need 10 years. I want to miss it. Mm-hmm. I do think I really liked Rose Tico. And I understand everything that everyone says. Because she was never in enough to know. She's got massive lovers. Because she was the first kind of everybody in Star Wars. We've never seen someone who worked behind the pipes. We've never seen that side. We just saw the big heroes. We didn't see who helped the heroes get to where they got. Mm-hmm. So it was exciting to see someone like that. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, she found herself. And yeah, there's some cornball. I do think, and from what I've gathered from Rian Johnson and reading his tweets and following him on Twitter, he's a little arrogant. And I think he did shoehorn some of his own political agenda in there. But you know what? So did George Lucas. It's fine. Mm-hmm. You may or may not have to agree with it. That's fine. But we didn't get the opportunity to see who Rose became. And JJ took that away from her. And she could have been something great. J.J. Abrams was the one
Or maybe she became what she was supposed to, which was really not much.
Maybe.
I mean, there's enough going on in the rest of the movie that we don't need to develop every single person.
No, but I do think she could have been there with them.
She could have, but she wasn't.
We had a big banana
Mm-hmm.
fixing the ship. That could have been her fixing the ship at the very beginning. Anyways,
so to circle back and answer your question. Wait. To answer your question, I mean, maybe that's why being somebody who's forced to listen, I can look at it from a different. I can actually go in and enjoy what the story was. I don't have to dissect every little thing like you people do.
1,000%. We just had.
I mean, to me, it was a movie. Wow, that's great. We never thought we were getting 7, 8, and 9.
No,
how great! Well, how fantastic!
Wow,
they wrapped it up great. These people are getting old anyway. Sorry, some of them are dying off.
100%.
It is literally.
What it is. I'm there, and I was there for it. I think. But anyway, so yesterday we had a guy knock on the door who's trying to sell a security system or something. Some young kid, probably early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wearing a Star Wars shirt. And he's like, "Oh, I like your shirt." And I'm sure he starts down salesman line. I'm like, "Don't do that to me. This isn't a Segway shirt of like, I'm not really, you're about to get more than you bargained for if you're going to say that to me." Which I'm sure a lot of people that listen to this podcast are that person too. So anyways, we started chit-chatting. And he loved the sequel trilogy. It's his favorite one of them all. Because it was coming out, and then he watched the prequels, then he watched the originals, getting ready to see The Force Awakens when it came out. And The Force Awakens, this new one's his favorite. And there's a lot of people it's their favorite, and that's really awesime.
And what else did you do?
Oh, I gave him a card. I said,
how many people this week have you given the card to? That's 2. We ran in the other night at the birthday. For number 3. Were we saying names?
Captain.
Yes, Captain. Captain turned 7
until Captain's officially a berry.
Oh, we were using last names too?
We've used last names for a long time. Again, we have 47 followers.
It's like 50 first dates.
47 followers on Instagram, and you and I are 2 of them.
Oh.
And it's HAUS at the end of it. I'm sure it's very easy to figure out. It's all good.
Oh.
Some people follow me
on
social
media.
Too. Yeah. So, anyways, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm really hoping that it come around because well, hey, there's the opportunity you will, because 2.5 months ago, or is it really? It's only a month ago, isn't it? Yeah, it's a month ago.
I loved it. Month and a half.
I loved it.
You loved it. So
I really did love it.
The Sour Grapes Land came out
but it's
after.
Also, yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't have seen it 3 times.
Well, I'm also...
Maybe if you went once, like me. Because I remember somebody crying in a seat.
Well, the movie was too big for a one-time viewing. There's too much going on.
Okay.
Again, I like them all individually. Actually, I really do.
Okay.
I just don't think I like them as one cohesive story.
I think you've made your point.
I feel, and I'm hoping that we get an animated series to tie it into one cohesive story, because I'm cool with that. I'm a big picture dude. But that's that.
There you go.
Anyways, we're going to take a quick break, and we are going to come back with the Clone Wars and our Darth Maul finale. Welcome back, Pop. It's been several days.
It feels like it's been several days.
Well, that's because someday originally was a few days ago. Now it's a new
days
someday.
Later.
So apparently, our podcasts are just going to come out someday.
We meant it. Were you listening? It's someday.
So... there's more of that classy cough. Apparently the cough is going around the country because I've heard more than one podcast talking about this cough. So, yes, apologies. It has been a few days. Our podcast is a little late. However, this morning, as I was driving to work, stressed out that it wasn't out again, I realized
someday.
Happy someday. So, You'll get an alert when we're out. It is what it is.
Thank you for listening.
We thank you for listening,
Yes,
and
we
we
do.
believe in building up the anticipation. However, in this quick wait, while you were downstairs getting ready and studying homework with Captain, massive news broke out, Thomas.
Tell me more.
The Mandalorian, Season 2, debuting October 2020.
We have to wait till October? Oy, oy, oy. Seriously.
I was all excited.
I'm excited, but it just seems so long away.
Well, it is a little ways away.
Yeah.
But, you waited for me for 36 years. Right? 35 years? 36 years?
It felt like forever.
Till I came. Feels like yesterday.
13 years later.
Oh, we're rounding up. We've been together a long time now because I always
It's easier.
I get knocked for rounding up all the time.
There you go. Well, in the summer, it'll be 14 years.
22. So,
So
anyways,
it comes out before our anniversary.
possibly right around it. Oh my God! Let's hope our anniversary isn't on a Friday.
We'll have
and
to cancel it.
We'll be upstaged by Din Djarin, and let's face it,
Hey, we'll be up at 3:15 a.m. anyway.
we don't care about Din Djarin. We're all about that baby Yoda. And apparently, talk of the office was there's a baby Peanut now because they killed Mr. Peanut from Planters.
Oh, really?
And now baby Peanut, which I didn't see this because, I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Other than that kind of boring J-Lo and Shakira
Ooh.
performance, which,
People seem to love it.
J-Lo, whatever, waiting for tonight. It's the only song I'm willing to wait for. But I do enjoy me some Shakira, even though I don't need to see her hips lying. That song's But whatever. I was a little bummed on their performance. Anyways, apparently there's Baby Peanut. That is straight up a Baby Yoda ripoff. So I'm going to have to look into it. I don't know. So anyways, welcome back. That was a long break, but it was worthwhile. I still get to sit with you. And we are talking the road back to the Clone Wars and the road to Ahsoka. Tano. With our two favorite Zabrakian brothers from the planet Dathomir, Savage Opress and Maul. What did you think?
I thought it was great.
Do you still remember them? That
I
was
do.
That was days ago, Thomas.
I do. Am I supposed to start at the beginning?
Well, here we go. We have 3 more episodes. It's another little trio of episodes. And,
It was good. It was a really good arc.
It, it's got an ending. Not so good for anybody, but maybe one person. Yeah.
Palpatine.
I love how it's Palpatine. It sounds like
Well, what is it?
Palpatine.
Oh.
Palpatine
jersey
sounds
it.
like it sounds like Ovaltine. Like, would you like a little Palpatine in your drink? You want force powers? You want to be able to shoot lightning out of your fingers? Have a little Palpatine in your drink. I'm about to cut that sound bit out. Palpatine. Part of your morning breakfast. What is it? What is the... I don't know. I'm just like, you want a little lightning shot out of your fingers? Have anger issues? Try a little Palpatine in your drink.
Not happy with your family? Let's get some Palpatine. He'll take care of it for you.
Until he somehow sexually wants you to slit his throat. Kill me now.
You're talking about Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah, it's like I was thinking about this today, and I did do a little sketch once. I haven't put it out anywhere, but I imagine he's really old now. He looks decrepit. Everything's sagging. I wonder does he have legs? Does he not have legs? I don't know. I'm wondering if his balls are dropping down below that robe.
Hey, this is a family show.
He's so old, they're hanging down. So I wonder if he was down there
Hey, family show.
Maybe some of his. Oh my God.
The dog is licking.
Robin Quivers is licking the microphone. She's thinking about Palpatine and those balls hanging down, and she got excited. I'll end it. I'm going to get in trouble. All right, so, hey, let's hop into Clone Wars with Palpatine.
Thank you. I
Apparently
couldn't see it any better.
I offended Roxy. So,
All right, Clone Wars.
We have a little trio of episodes again to round out Darth Maul and Savage Opress's story arcs for the Clone Wars. The first episode we are seeing. Hey, we're going to hit the pause button for 1 second. Apologies. With some Madonna, too. Strike a pose. There's nothing to it. Vogue. First episode of this arc that we watched was Eminence, with the moral: one vision can have many interpretations. Let's see how you remember it, Thomas. Original air date was January 18th, 2000. Oh, January 19th. We ain't no Canada. My skull is attached to my mandible. Remember that? You know what
Nope.
that's referencing?
Nope.
One of the three S's. South Park Canadians, their heads just chop up and down.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, no baby Iggy's here. January 19th, 2013. Eminence. One vision. Many interpretation. Go. What do you remember?
At this moment, I can't remember a thing. Can you start me off?
Well, they're floating in their escape pod because remember they had their.
I am
got their
getting
legs.
confused because we actually had started this and we recorded a little, and then we weren't happy with it, so we went back. So there it is. Sorry, cool. Now I know exactly where.
Okay.
All right, cool.
We're floating.
We're floating
space.
in their escape pod, craft, whatever you want to call it, and they're frozen, and they are picked up by the Death Watch.
Death Watch.
Okay, cool. And what's that guy's name?
Pre Vizsla.
Pre-Vizsla.
Who was Pre Vizsla? We've seen him before, correct?
Pre-Vizsla. Yes.
Who's Death Watch? Do you remember?
Yeah, they're Mandalorians that went off to their own planet because they were
The moon. Concordia.
Concordia, yes, and not the college.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's a college in New York, but
Oh.
yeah, there you go. So yes, so they go back to Death Watch on Concordia, and they decide to work together. Darth Maul is playing them because he's really
why are they working together?
Because they want to overthrow what's her name?
Duchess Satine. So quick recap. Death Watch is a group of Mandalorians who wish to go back to their ancient warrior ways, where the Mandalorians basically are well known as a warrior group, very fierce fighters, very strong, very brave. That carried into the Mandalorian as he's talking about his armor and his weapons. Remember, he said weapons are part of my culture when the Jawas told him to put his gun down. So Duchess Satine was the new ruler of Mandalore. She wanted a pacifistic nation culture. That's what she tried. Is pacifistic even a word? She was a pacifist, and she wanted her people to be pacifists as well. And they weren't down with that. Pre Vizsla carries with him the dark saber, the symbol, the leader of the Death Watch. One time, the ruler of Mandalore wielded the dark saber. And we also met a woman who I have been speaking about for several weeks during The Mandalorian.
It's Satine's sister.
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan.
Which we learned later is Satine's sister.
Oh, you didn't know?
No, remember, because she tells Obi-Wan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we meet her, who I guarantee you she will be in the Mandalorian, because spoiler alert, hopefully we get into this arc, but we may not before Clone Wars starts. Bo-Katan returns in Rebels, which takes place right before A New Hope. Sabine Wren, do you remember her, the girl with the tie-dye hair? She was the Mandalorian that was the graffiti artist. She goes back to Dathomir because Darth Maul comes back again. Well, hopefully we'll review these, but we got to get to all this stuff. Darth Maul takes Ezra under his wing and tries to manipulate him and bring him to the dark side. They end up on Dathomir during Rebels, and while they're there, Sabine sees the Darksaber. She's a Mandalorian, knows what it means, is ticked off that a non-Mandalore owned the Darksaber, so she takes it. And now she was wielding the Darksaber. So she trained with Kanan Jarrus, the blind guy.
Mm-hmm.
Your boyfriend, what's his name? I forget. Something Jr. Prince Jr., Freddie Prince Jr.
Freddie Prinze Jr. Not my boyfriend.
Yeah. Well, you used to think he was cute. He'll only ever be Kanan Jarrus. So she trains. She uses that to help bring the Mandalorian people back in to help turn the tide against the Empire. She doesn't want to rule Mandalore, so she gives the Darksaber to Bo-Katan 20 years from when we see her now. 15 years. 20 years from when we just see her in this arc. She becomes the owner of the Darksaber.
Okay.
That's the last person we saw it until Moff and Top Gideon during The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Quick little Darksaber history lesson for you all.
Excellent. Thank you.
So, Pre Vizsla needs an army because
Mhm.
he wants to take over Mandalore aggressively. He doesn't have enough people there. And Darth Maul promises him an army. How are they going to get that army, Thomas?
They're going to go and take it. And they attack the huts.
No. Okay, but before that, we meet the Pike, or we go to oh God, what are they called? The Black Sun.
Okay.
And I can't remember off the top of my head that alien species name. So back in the 90s, there was this book called oh God. Why am I blanking on it now? Shadows of the Empire. It was a book that took place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. It was a very big deal. There was no movies for a long time. And I want to say it probably came out like 95-ish. Don't yell at me, Twitter, if I'm wrong. I'm off the top of my head. There was the soundtrack, a video game, a toy line, comic books, and this novel all came out. And the main villain in that was Prince Xizor, or Xizor, no one really knows how to say it, Xizor, I think, who had a crush on Princess Leia. It was in that novel that we found out how she got her Bouche disguise, even though that was changed to new canon with the Disney Princess show, Forces of Destiny. She got the costume from Maz Kanata. Don't like that. Let's go back to Shadows of the Empire. Anyways, that's where we first saw those people, so it was very exciting to see those people in canon.
Mm-hmm.
So we get Black Sun because they're like, hey, they storm Pre Vizsla, Savage Opress, Darth Maul, join our gang. They say, what does Savage Opress do? Because it's pretty rad. Throws that lightsaber, chops clear their heads off. All the leaders of Black Sun. They're like,
hey, honey, could you just do this?
I already am, it sounds like. And he's like, okay. And then, so anyways, then they get the Prince Xizor people. They get Black Sun on their side. Then they travel to the Pikes, who we saw in our favorite of the Disney movies, Solo. Do you remember when they went to Kessel? And where Qi'ra pretended like she owned them, and they put Han Solo and Chewbacca into prison,
Mm-hmm.
the mining place.
Mm-hmm.
The people they were talking to, one of the guys with the keys, that she then uses her, oh God, I'm blanking on what it's called, the fighting thing, and she kills them. Those were Pikes.
Cool.
Yes, an action figure I never saw that I always wanted from that movie. Okay, so now we have the Pikes, Black Sun. Boom, we're heading to Mandalore. Take it over.
Right.
Go.
We go to Mandalore, we take it over, and they first start by the docks.
Mm-hmm.
People jump in, people at the docks, then they go to the bank, and they bring down the bank. And then, what's his name?
Pre Vizsla?
Pre Vizsla
John
comes in.
Favreau. Oh, did you know that was John Favreau?
John Favreau, yes, I
creator
heard
of
it a
The
couple of
Mandalorian.
times.
Did you remember, though?
Not until you mentioned it. Then, anyway, so they convince the people that they need to be strong during this time, and the Death Watch is going to come in and help them out and be strong and fight back against the pirates that they're calling them.
Yeah, so Darth Maul's plan and Pre Vizsla was basically to stage all this, to then basically broadcast it, however they need to broadcast it, to undermine Satine and say, look, she's this peaceful little woman and you're getting taken over by all these crime syndicates. She's not going to do anything, but we Death Watch, remember how we used to be warriors, Mandalore? Remember that? We'll take care of it. That's what they did.
Excellent. And they put her in jail.
Yes.
So, and then they imprison her, and then... Are we at the end of the episode? because then we're moving on to something else. So
Well,
at
we
the end of
skipped over that.
episode-
We skipped over the huts. They go to the huts.
I mentioned the huts.
You did, but you said it earlier, and then I skipped over it. We see
What
the
was
hut.
that?
You skipped over it.
You skipped over it.
I don't make mistakes, Thomas.
I know.
I'm the producer of the show. You might be the star, and you have a hard time remembering your lines, but the producer is here with the cue cards. Anywho,
I
we
have
needed
no
the huts.
lines. If I had lines like the notes that you're reading,
Do you want to read the notes?
yeah, maybe I could pretend as if though I know any of these things.
Folks, we're going to watch him try to use an iPad because I see him already intimidated, staring at the screen.
I got
the
my
glass.
readers
We
on,
got
not to
the
worry.
reader.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. If you go to Twitter or Instagram, just so you're clear, he hasn't made any posts yet because he still hasn't signed up.
I'm working on it.
Several weeks now.
Weeks? I think we've been doing this for a couple of months.
Probably. Okay. You don't know what to do. He's already taken the readers off and he's done. We go back to the huts because they need their they need the space lanes, basically. They
Okay.
need the right to be able to fly around.
Okay.
So we do the same thing. We threaten all the huts and kill one of them, and they're like, okay. We go back to one of my favorite locations in all of Star Wars. We see Jabba's palace, and Jabba's like, I'll work with you, because they threaten him. Boom. So now she's in prison. And, all right. That's basically it. That's the episode, for the most part. The gist of this first episode is Darth Maul needs the crime syndicate
Mhm.
and now he's like, the Mandalorians are a really powerful group. That was like coincidence that they happened to come in. So he's like, I'm going to take over all of them. And his grand plan, which we learned in the last arc, was to basically kill Sidious with his brother. So he needs the crime syndicate to help take over to fight the Separatists and the Republic. All right. Boom. Episode 2 of this here podcast.
Wait, didn't we forget something at the end because Obi-Wan and Yoda, they were getting informed what was going on Mandalore?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet.
That's
Okay.
that's the end of this episode,
Oh,
which is
okay.
one of the cool things. That's one of the things that So Clone Wars, the Mandalorian is very successful. You were like so on the show.
No. In the beginning, I mean, I had my critiques, but I
Okay.
actually thought it was
Okay.
really good.
Like it brought us.
Good show.
That show wouldn't have existed without Clone Wars. That brought in Jon Favreau and like
Mhm.
probably I know he was already a Star Wars fan, but like he was a Mandalorian in that show, so like his love for it was great. But one of the things that I love about Clone Wars and taking this deeper dive in Clone Wars again and be able to talk about it, I really do think Clone Wars is collectively my favorite Star Wars.
Yeah, you've
Not
always
not
said that.
every episode, because there's some stuff in there, but like the idea of the Clone Wars and the big moving parts of Clone Wars. And I'm an OT guy. Like I grew up in the 80s, and the original trilogy is my trilogy. It will always be the heart and soul of Star Wars for me. But I really do think Clone Wars is my favorite, and Ahsoka Tano is like hands down my favorite Star Wars character. But one of the things that this show did that I really liked was we had the last episode and the episode we're about to talk about right now that no major players are in.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Matter of fact,
And,
I
like,
was disappointed when I saw the major people come back. I was like,
Yeah.
this was
it's
really good.
Like, and the thing that's so cool, like we're watching it all like kind of together.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a year sometimes separating these things. So you're like, it took a minute to jog the memory of who some of these people were and all that. But anyways, I love the risks that this show took. And in a few episodes, you love these characters so much that you could ignore them for a year, go on all these separate adventures, and then like it just comes back in and picks up where it left off, and it's awesome. And I love it. So we are in Shades of Reason. Alliances can stall true intentions.
And we're back.
We are back, and we had to take another hot little breaky break.
It
and
wasn't 2 days, though.
It wasn't. So we're going to go ahead and give you one quick forewarning. The kids just came in from being at the park, so they're very excited.
For the podcast.
There may be a little noise in the background. And also, Tom, I think this might be our last podcast because I think we should probably be fired because I was just looking over my notes.
Right.
And we've already started talking about this episode because the previous episode, Eminence,
Right.
is just about them getting the crime syndicate.
Ooh.
This episode is when the crime syndicate starts taking over. So I think
So we blended it together.
We merged. Maybe going forward, we're just going to talk about Clone War arcs. We'll mention. There we go. What did I tell you?
I love you.
And I love you too.
I love you.
Oh my God, that's the greatest
You
interruption ever.
reminds me that I have a test of the best Star Wars
Yes. Yes. Love you too.
We can be interrupted to hear "I love you" anytime ever. And quick side note, because I do want to share this because it made my heart so happy. Friday last week. Yes.
Doing a fart thing, as well as the towns.
Where are the crayons? Where are the crayons?
Oh, the crayons are in here. Let's hit pause real
Yes.
quick. Beep, beep. Sorry, we have a crayon emergency. Oh, boy. And we're back again. Sorry. Hopefully this is still entertaining. So we went on our date the last week after I threw my back out and then I was sick. I spent most of January in bed, and I have a wonderful husband who's also super dad and took care of all of us. So I wanted to take him to dinner to
It
say
was very, very nice. And
I
very
wanted
thoughtful.
to say thankful, or I wanted to say thankful. I wanted to say thank you. So we did. Grandpa came, watched the kids. We went out, had a good time. The next night we were having dinner. And we were sitting at the table, and while we're eating, as always, we say what we're grateful for. And Mr. Pickle, Michael, our normal introductory host person at the top of the show, said he was thankful that his daddies got to go on a date.
That was
And
really
how
sweet.
beautiful
Yep.
is that? 5 years old, thinking of everybody else. It's really a wonderful
Impressive.
thing. So
Very
I'm very
impressive.
happy. So anyways, we've already basically recapped that episode. So episode 1 of the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I need to calm down. I'm a little excited.
I was going to say slow down.
Slow down. Let's get back into Clone Wars.
That's right.
Lots of tangents this evening. So we've collected the crime syndicate. The crime syndicate is slowly taking over Mandalore. And Darth Maul plans on getting rid of Pre Vizsla.
Mhm.
Once he gets his warriors, Pre Vizsla plans on getting rid of Darth Maul because he has no interest in taking over anything else. He just wants Mandalore and plans on killing Maul.
Mhm.
Right?
Correct.
Let's see. So we're taking over. We've now taken over Mandalore, and we're
Correct.
in the throne room. They just threw Satine in prison,
Mm-hmm.
and Maul is sitting on the throne.
Mm-hmm.
And then, hang on, because I don't want to get my episodes thrown around again. Yes. Okay, this is this episode. So then
They go to Jedi Land.
no, they're taking over, and Pre Vizsla throws both Savage Opress and Darth Maul in prison. In this episode. They were like setting the stage, and then they actually really did throw him in prison, if you remember. And he was like, "Oh, you got me." And while they're in prison, they're like, "Hey, while we're here, the only people left in this prison are going to be the enemies of him, so we can find someone." They find what was his name?
The previous
The previous
Prime Minister.
prime minister before Duchess Satine. Something I can't remember. Almec. They use him to help take over. And while he's out talking to the people, saying, Death Watch is here. I'm taking over Mandalore again, like I did before. I'll make this very successful. The people in the crowd are like, yay. And Darth Maul challenges Pre Vizsla to a battle because they are a warrior race.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they solve things, by fighting, and he challenges him. They go at it. Maul does.
He wins. He cuts the
wins.
other guy in half.
Chops his head off.
Oh,
Boom.
Oh,
Chops that head
I
off.
thought he cut him in half.
And then Bo-Katan is like, "No man, no non-Mandalorian will rule over me." And she and like 5 people shoot up the place and escape. And we end with Maul sitting on the throne. That's that episode.
No, what about Jedi? And remember Yoda and Obi-Wan? And remember he says, hey, this is not basically our fight, so we can't give you any supports. So you have to go by yourself. So Obi-Wan comes to Mandalore in the beginning of the next episode by himself. Remember, and he says, what's the girl you're waiting for? What's her name again? Satine's sister?
Oh, yes, because Satine...
Good thing I'm here.
Oh, wait, no, that's the next episode.
No.
Oh, my God, we are terrible hosts. Going forward, we're just going to talk about a collective whole. Because... clearly we're not good at this. It's only been weeks and months. I think that's the next episode, dude.
No, how many episodes are there? It's not the end of the
next no, it's the next episode.
Well, let's just move into it.
Okay, so next episode, Lawless. The morality separates heroes from villains.
Mm-hmm.
And that episode aired in February of 2013. Yes. See, this is how. So this episode opens with Satine sitting in prison.
Correct.
She's still there. Maul has now taken over Mandalore. Basically, Almec is his face, is his puppet, but he's the face of the rule over Mandalore to the average person, but it's really Maul. And we open to Satine sitting in prison, and one of the guards gets shot. It's her nephew, which I don't think you've seen that, but the kid who shoots her, the guy, remember the kid who rescues her? That's her nephew.
Okay.
Who, that's her nephew.
He doesn't shoot her.
No, he shoots like one of the guards and breaks her out of prison.
Correct.
And then she steals like a little walkie-talkie, basically, makes a phone call asking Obi-Wan Kenobi for help, asking the Jedi for help, and asking Obi-Wan. And then we go to the Jedi Temple.
Okay.
And basically like, hey, dude, Obi-Wan, I'm sorry. Like, this isn't your fight. We can't do this. We're fighting a war, and they're a neutral system, so we can't help them. Which is that is where like the Jedi are failing.
Mm-hmm.
The Jedi, when the Phantom Menace opens, when we were first introduced to really what the Jedi Knights are, we've heard their names, but we never really knew who they were. They were keepers of the peace, and we hear Ahsoka mention this in the trailer for this new season that's coming. But the Jedi Knights were supposed to maintain peace and order through the galaxy. They were not supposed to pick sides. They were just supposed to stop right from wrong. And now they all have become puppets of Palpatine, and they are no longer keepers of the peace. They are keepers of the Republic. And anyone who opposes the Republic is their enemy. And the Jedi Knights should have helped these people because they were being oppressed by someone, but they can't. And Obi-Wan's like, Obi-Wan I know doesn't agree with that. He is the Padawan of Qui-Gon Jinn, and Qui-Gon was starting to challenge the Jedi Council because they were heading down this direction, and Qui-Gon was like, no, this is not who we're supposed to be. And as devoted as Obi-Wan is, he was always conflicted by the way he was taught. And Satine is his girlfriend. He loves her. So,
but she's not his girlfriend.
Well, no, because he wasn't allowed to love.
Right.
But otherwise, he would have.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure there. Who knows? Actually, I don't think there was canoodling going on.
Maybe that will be in the Obi-Wan episodes.
I hope so. That's what people wanted Rey to be when Rey was first. Like before we knew anything, when The Force Awakens was out, there was a lot of people who wanted her to be the granddaughter of Obi-Wan and Satine.
That would have been good.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. You can't dig into that. No. Yes, it would have been cool for those of us who knew all the material, but it wouldn't have worked in the mainstream audience. Really. So Obi-Wan basically sneaks out of Coruscant, comes into Mandalore, disguises himself, finds Satine. He's like, hey, basically, I'm here to rescue you. Right? And I think that's interesting because, like I was saying, it says a lot about Obi-Wan. He disobeyed a direct order. So, I mean, I would imagine he really loved her, right?
I think so.
and he gets caught. He meets up with Satine, and they're running away, and they basically get caught. And then Maul sees Obi-Wan, and Maul has been after Obi-Wan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now Maul is ticked off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go on?
No, I want you to. Because I'm enjoying the story.
Okay.
So I want to hear from you.
So Maul is really ticked off.
Right.
And anger is basically the root of the dark side. So he's getting the dark side of the Force is just like pouring into Maul at this point. And he throws Obi-Wan into prison. But during his rage fest, it piques Darth Sidious, Sheev Palpatine's little like dark side hairs are standing on end. He's like, holy crap, it's my apprentice. And he didn't know he was alive at this point. So this is how he found out Darth Maul was alive.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hey, you're sending me to get my ship. And and remember, no one knows he's Darth Sidious. So he goes and gets a ship, and basically, there's some adventures. They're running away. They get out again. They do their thing. Satine and Obi-Wan, and Palpatine shows up.
Yeah, but she gets killed before.
Oh yeah, okay. So they're running around
Mm-hmm.
doing. I didn't take very good notes because I can't exactly remember. Anyway, they're running around adventures. They get caught again.
Right.
And Maul wants Obi-Wan. Savage Opress is about to kill Obi-Wan. He's like, nope. I want Obi-Wan to suffer like I did. Right? Oh no.
No, you're right.
Yeah, so they never went in jail. He's ticked off.
Mm-hmm.
Obi-Wan.
They take him away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they're back in
After they
the
kill
throne
Satine.
room. Yeah. So then he's like, I want Obi-Wan to feel like I did. And he stabs her.
Mm-hmm.
And right in front of Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan, basically, this is really, really great. And he's like, now you're like me. You're going to do... And he's like, no, I won't be like you. Being angry is the easy path. I don't like you, and I'm not happy, but I will not become you. And he shows such restraint. And it's just interesting because he really loved her. He wasn't allowed to be with her because the Jedi aren't allowed to do that. And that is what happened. He somehow was able to find the strength within himself to lose the love of his life, even though he never really had her. She confesses to him, I've always loved you and I always will. It's always been you. And he couldn't respond to that, really. I don't even think he would know how. But it was that feeling. That's exactly what happened to Anakin. He loved Padme. He couldn't have her. And he wasn't willing to let her go. So he controlled her. And then found out that she died. He killed her. But he didn't get it because he was so ticked off. And that's what drove Anakin into the villainy that he became, was the loss of Padme. And he wasn't as strong as Obi-Wan and couldn't get past it. It said a lot about those two characters. And it said a lot about the light side of the Force and the dark side of the Force. And during this series, next week's episode, no, we're not going to do Ahsoka next week. We're going to do Rebels. We're going to do some more of the Darksaber stuff, which I've already spoiled all that in this episode, so maybe I'll rethink it. Anyways, during the Clone Wars, during the series, is when I started to really, really lose faith in the Jedi. Not the light side of the Force, and not what the Jedi once stood for, but what the Jedi became. It was disappointing, and they got played. And they ended up becoming a villain during these things. It was really not a villain like that, but they weren't good. And it's all things like this. And it was really, honestly, it was very sad. It was really sad watching her die. So he's ticked off, and then they throw Obi-Wan back in prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does he get off? I'm forgetting how he gets off.
I don't remember.
I know.
Was it in this arc?
Yeah, because it's the last one. again, we're great hosts recapping this episode. Obi-Wan gets off. He gets away. And after that, or during that time, basically Palpatine shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And Darth Maul freaks out. He's been nothing.
The sister shows up and helps him get away. That's what happens.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Bo-Katan. That's right. They're bringing him back to prison.
Right.
And she's spying on him and hops down and saves him.
Mm-hmm.
And is basically like, why are you helping me now? And she's like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
You got it.
And Obi-Wan puts together at that point that she's his sister. And he's like, I'm so sorry about your sister. So it was basically her steadfastness and steadfast. What's the word? Steadfast?
Mm-hmm.
Steadfastness?
Yeah. Hey, this is our world. We can say whatever words we want. We can make them up.
It was her like that attitude of I will now do the right thing that made him realize that, they were sisters. It was really nice. So now Palpatine shows up in this Maul that we've seen chop off heads left and right. Just be this total tough, evil person is now scared at the mere sight of Palpatine. He feels him
and
first.
Opress
He's
is dead too.
not yet.
Oh.
He he feels him and he's like, master, and then he just turns into this oh my god, and he's like, I aren't you proud of me? Look at everything I've done. I'm getting all this for you. And Palpatine's like, yeah, nope, you plan on killing me. And then he and Maul, Maul and now Savage, they give each other a look and they both go on the attack. And they're fighting. And it's really rad. And you see just how powerful Sidious is. And he's like tough. And during that fight, boom, kills Savage. Saber through the gut.
Mm-hmm.
And Maul is really upset. It's his brother. And I think he really did. There's that weird Sith rule of two thing where Maul just used him the whole time. But then somewhere along the way, he actually grew to care about him. Even though he knew he was his master, and there's this weird slave master apprentice relationship going on with the rule of two. Like it's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very upset that his brother died, and Savage is like, I've never been like you. And he's basically saying, remember, if Savage was one he was the protector. He was kind, actually. He looked after his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And now here he would have been willing to look after Maul, but Maul just stomped all over him and took him over. And I think Savage in that moment was like, I've never been as evil as you. I was turned into this, but that wasn't who I was. And at the same time, there's that weird Sith feeling of but I also failed you, and I'm sorry I failed you. It's this weird, that is weird, but I do think there's a lot of complicated emotions going on there. And so now Maul's really pissed, and he's not afraid of Palpatine anymore. He's filled with dark side, and he's pissed, and he's going to go after him. Now he's going to kill him. And they have some dueling. Palpatine throws him out the window, and he drops to the ground and basically ends the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Without really breaking much of a sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Sidious is the most powerful Force user in the galaxy at that time. Yeah. And then Maul snaps back. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. He's that weak. I don't know if it's a manipulation tactic. I don't know if it's real. I don't know what's going on. And Palpatine's like, no. What I have in store for you is much worse. And then starts zapping him with lightning. And the camera pans out and you just hear him screaming. You see the lightning going. And so we don't know what happens to him. And that is how Darth Maul left the Clone Wars. And it wouldn't be for years and years later that we found out what happened to Darth Maul.
What happened
again? That's what I think that's what we're going to do next week.
Okay.
Because he shows back up in Star Wars Rebels.
Okay.
Which is another series set. This is during episodes 2 and 3. Star Wars Rebels takes place basically right before A New Hope. Probably starts a few years before A New Hope. It ends right before it.
Mm-hmm.
And Darth Maul has a pretty big role in there. He's not finished with Obi-Wan. They have another go. Actually,
Does he at least get away from Palpatine?
Well, I don't know. So at the time, that was all we knew. And he ended up on this weird, I'm blanking, Malachor, I think is the name of the planet. This weird planet. We don't know how he went there, how he got there. But that was then. However, now there's going to be something different. So maybe we won't do that arc. Because now we know he's going to be in season 7 of the Clone Wars. So whatever happens at the end of Clone Wars is what leads into Rebels. But we have never known that story. But we will find out in a few weeks. So yeah, Clone Wars is a complicated thing. There is so much that happens.
You love the Clone Wars.
And there's a lot that happens in there, which makes it very difficult to recap these things 3 episodes at a time, at least for us when we just talk and we're unorganized and I get excited. I get very excited and I just get going. So
passion. You're
passionate. I'm passionate. I do. I love this arc. I think this arc for me is what solidified Darth Maul as an amazing and incredibly interesting character. Sam Witwer does an amazing job with him. If I remember correctly, oh god, the guy who plays Darth Maul did motion capture for this, so some of his movements, I guess, were in the show, or maybe that's just gonna be the new one. I don't know. Maybe that's the next season. I don't know. Anyways, Faja Press turned out to be a pretty cool character.
He did. Actually.
It was a really interesting story. I think this arc does a lot for the light side and the dark side and how different they are and how different those people view the world around them. And it's very interesting. Yeah. Anyways, that's that. We love the Clone Wars. I'm very excited. Maybe after season 7, we'll get into more episodes in the downtime between new movies, new series, and maybe we'll get back into Clone Wars. I don't know, because are you liking it? Yeah, what are you thinking?
No, I like Clone Wars a lot. Actually, I'm looking forward to the end of the end of the month.
Because you never watched it.
No, but you always loved it. You always spoke very highly of it.
Yeah, it was always just kind of interruption time here on the podcast. Yeah, it was always my thing. What do you think? Do you wish you would have watched it this whole time now?
Yeah, I really do.
From week to week?
Yeah, I really do.
It's really good.
Yeah. Part of me has thought about going back and just watching it on my own. Just from get-go. Yeah, because I have to say it's up there with one of
it's good.
The better ones, yeah.
The animation style threw people off at the beginning. It's very stylized, and you either like it or you don't. If you don't watch it, you are missing out. And no, not every single episode is stellar, but it's oh god, it's so good. It is so good. I love this show so much, and that makes me very excited that you'd be willing to watch it. So as a non-super fan, now that you've seen The Mandalorian...
Well, don't hold me to it, but I'm thinking I could.
I'm very excited.
I don't want to overcommit.
Well, my question, so I think it's 12 episodes is season 7.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be 6 hours of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think after the success of The Mandalorian, do you think general audiences are going to be able to get into this show?
Yes.
Do you think people will give it a chance even though it's a cartoon?
No. Okay. No, I think you're going to get everybody who is already watching Clone Wars. Other than that, you're not going to get the new people. You got new people for Mandalorian. No, I don't think so at all. Sorry.
I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah, you're going to get the same people that watched Rebels and Resistance because they're used to that.
I don't think a lot of people watch Resistance.
Yeah, but there could be a few.
There were, and it was a beautiful show. It's just it was not for me.
I don't think you're going to get the big, the general people that just wanted to go see the Star Wars movies.
And I'm curious because I wonder if some of those people will watch it, but they're not going to have any idea what's going on.
Nope.
It's
not unless they listen to us.
Yeah, that's right. Get your non-Star Wars super fans over to Pink Milk, and you can have them. Honestly, we really did pick the episodes that you needed to watch in order to get in there because Clone Wars is complicated. There's a lot of layers, and it really is a hard thing to just hop into. I don't know if you can. You really can't. You need to go to Pink Milk. Send your friends to Pink Milk. Your non-Star Wars superfan friends. Anyways, that's that. Next week, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do.
It's going to be a surprise.
It's going to be a surprise, and we like surprise parties. Thank Kristen Wiig. Google or YouTube Surprise Party Kristen Wiig.
SNL.
Have a laugh. So anyways, thank you for listening. We greatly appreciate it. We always look forward to talking with you and or talking at you, because you can't really talk back, even though you could on Twitter and Instagram. Send us messages, send us emails. We love it. We appreciate it. You can follow us at those said Twitters and Instagrams at Pink Milk House. Pink Milk House, HAUS. Why, Tom?
Because you're a fancy gay.
That's right. And you can email us at pinkmilkhouse@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. I am Brian.
And I'm Tom.
With a delayed response. Thank you.
I didn't think of who I was.
Until next week, until the next someday, have a good one. And it is time.
Thanks for listening.
This was the most ending. Anyways, it's time to drink up.
Drink up.